Today on the ASX, the crypto crash has infected equities. Australian shares were expected to open little changed near 6-week lows after Wall Street pared losses in volatile trade as cryptocurrencies recovered. Early in the session, US stocks fell as Bitcoin fell by as much as 30%. The main indices pared their losses as the night progressed, mirroring a partial rebound in digital tokens. The ASX futures finished the night session 4 points, or 0.06% higher. For the fifth night in a row, gold rose. Iron ore and copper both dropped nearly 4%. The dollar fell to 77 US cents. Wall Street. US stocks ended in the red but well off their lows, as tech stocks held steady and investors ignored the first signals that the Federal Reserve was contemplating scaling back its bond purchases. The S&P 500 finished down 12 points, or 0.29%, after falling as much as 1.6%. The Nasdaq Composite cut a 1.7% loss to 4 points, or 0.03%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 165 points, or 0.48%. Tesla and other Bitcoin-related stocks took the biggest hits after a Chinese crackdown on cryptos triggered panic selling. Bitcoin, which reached an all-time high of more than $64,000 last month, dropped as low as $30,445 overnight. The digital token was recently down 10.9% to $38,585. On Tuesday, China declared a ban on financial institutions using cryptocurrency. Tesla, which owns a large amount of Bitcoin, fell 2.49%. Coinbase fell 5.94%. Smaller companies including Riot Blockchain and Marathon Digital Holdings lost more than 5%. Cathie Wood's flagship fund focused on emerging technology fell 1.74%. There is no doubt that Bitcoin has been the poster child for rampant market volatility and risk appetite, said Peter Boukvar, Chief Investment Officer at Bleakley Advisory Group. It should be strictly controlled in terms of gauging the pulse of risk-taking, and now risk aversion. The crazy night in cryptocurrency overshadowed a potential turning point in the Fed's approach to the recovery. According to the minutes of last month's meeting, some committee members thought it would be necessary at some stage to consider tapering the bank's bond buying, which has been used to suppress interest rates. A number of participants indicated that if the economy were to make rapid progress towards the committee's targets, it would be necessary at some point in upcoming meetings to begin exploring a strategy for changing the rate of asset purchasing, according to the minutes. The minutes were the first indication that the bank was planning to reduce stimulus measures implemented to help the economy recover from the COVID recession. Following the announcement, US Treasury yields increased by around 3.5 basis points. Big tech was at the forefront of the market's recovery. Facebook, Microsoft, and Alphabet all closed ahead. Apple and Amazon ended well above their lows. The outlook for Australia. Following a crazy night on global markets, futures trading signals volatility. It's hard to believe. The crash in digital tokens set the tone for the market, and there was no indication this morning that the roller coaster had arrived at its destination. If crypto is in the driver's seat, you'd better fasten your seatbelts. However, yesterday's 134-point drop in the S&P ASX 200 leaves the local market looking short-term oversold and ripe for tentative dip buying, if not this session, then soon. The Australian benchmark took its biggest hit in 3 months yesterday, closing at its lowest level in 6 weeks. Investors seeking to put more money to work will be looking for signs of a turnaround. The April jobs survey, which will be released at 11:30 a.m. AST, will have an impact on how the session plays out. Economists predict that the end-of-job paper would restrict work growth to about 17,500 and keep the unemployment rate at 5.6%. The unpredictability of the end of government assistance leaves space for surprises in any direction. Tech was the highest performing sector in the US, rising 0.33%. The only other advancer was communication facilities, which increased by 0.1%. The two most critical sectors on the ASX, materials and financials, dropped 1.54% and 0.63%, respectively. Energy was the night's worst performer, dropping 2.53%. Today, Nufarm announces its interim performance. Flynn Gold is set to make its debut on the market. The dollar fell 0.77% to 77.28 US cents as the greenback rallied on the possibility of reduced Fed stimulus spending. Commodities. BHP and Rio Tinto fell in overseas trading as iron ore fell for the first time this week. The spot price for ore landed in China fell $8.30, or 3.7%, to $215 per ton. BHP's US listed stock fell 4.39%, while its UK listed stock fell 4.57%. Rio Tinto fell 3.64% in the United States and 3.38% in the United Kingdom. Following news that Glencore plans to resume production in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, copper fell 3.8%, ending below $10,000 per ton. On the London Metal Exchange, benchmark copper finished at $9,980 per ton. Aluminium lost 2.6%, nickel 3.6%, lead 2.1%, zinc 3.8%, and tin 2.2%. Gold climbed for a fifth session to a 4-month peak. Metal for June delivery settled $13.50, or 0.7% higher, at $1,881.50 per ounce, but lost ground after the Fed minutes were posted. The NYSE Arca Gold Bugs Index fell 1.47%. Oil fell to a 3-week low after US data showed a rise in crude stockpiles. Brent crude settled $2.05, or 3%, lower at $66.66 per barrel. We hope you enjoyed watching and listening to this video. Please let us know your opinion in the comments area below. If you found our content useful, please like it and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for more crypto-related contents.